you're quite big on like kind of checking in with, this is the whole thing of the check-in code. It's like checking in with yourself, self-talk, and you're quite big on that. What would be like your general tips to someone who's like, you know, just like taking it easy and that kind of thing? Like, how would you speak to someone who's asking you for advice, let's say?
What I would say is, well, what helped me the most, and it did take me a long time to sort of come round to this, is exercise. Exercising, that sort of routine of that. I mean, I'm not like The Rock, you know, I'm not Dwayne. I'm not up at 5 o'clock in the morning. And
you don't have to be.
No, you don't have to be. But just like moving, walking, and then slowly sort of implementing going to the gym if that's your thing, or bouldering, indoor bouldering, outdoor bouldering, and the people that
Bouldering
you
is
sort of
so
meet.
fun.
I've done it once.
Right? It's really good. And it's hard to stress about anything when you're clinging onto a wall. Apart from falling and breaking your leg.
That stresses me. Like when there was one time, like somebody moved the mattress. You know, it's like the big crash mattress.
Were you outdoors?
No, it was like an inside thing.
Okay.
It's like actual like rock climbing with like the holds. It's not like, would you do bouldering like actually on boulders kind of thing? Like,
no, that's too hard.
That's
I know, right?
So basically in Malta, my best friend in Malta and his dad is like 50, and when we go swimming, he's just obsessed with rock climbing. And in Malta, I don't know if you can picture, it's like an island with these huge Lord of the Rings style rocks. And he's this 50-year-old man, and he'll just start climbing and scaling these huge rocks. And then I try it. I'm like, well, if he can manage, surely. And then you grab onto it, and the fingers start bleeding, and it's just incredible.
It's on your feet is the issue.
Yeah, as well.
I don't know if you've done it like climbing out the sea, but like when there's like this sharp bits under the sea, and that messes you up.
So painful.
I've not done. So you've done a lot of climbing outdoors.
No, just like by the sea. Like basically, my grandparents live kind of by the sea.
Okay.
So just like climb up like 1 meter and jump out. So it's not like some sort of professional thing.
Okay.
Yeah, but just on the exercise thing, I found it helpful myself, and I think there is still stigma around mental health, but I think we've got to be open about that kind of thing. And I was wondering how exercise has helped you now in the last maybe 2 years, and how you've kind of worked on your own mental health through maybe exercise or through talking about it or awareness.
Well, for me, you know, I went on to like medication for my mental health, which literally, I'm not joking, turned me into a zombie.
Really?
Yeah, for real. Like I was on this stuff, and
you know the name?
It was olanzapine.
Okay. And
the milligram of it was so high. You know, it's one of these drugs as well. Like if you go into a psych ward or into hospital, this is the cheapest drug. And it will sort of bring people relatively back down to earth. So, of course, it really does get overprescribed, one might say. They will just blanket put them on that, you know. So I was on this, and when you're on it, you have to stay on it for a minimum of a year.
For it to like become effective was like...
No, because if you come off it early, then you run risk of then having another episode.
Wow.
Breakdown, whatever.
Okay.
Right. So you've got to stay on it for a year. But there is a huge correlation with these drugs, in particularly antipsychotic drugs, and extreme weight gain very, very quickly.